finish him off. It looks like there's some kind of boss over there. His health bar is quite a bit bigger than all these other guys. I'm kind of just staying over here behind cover because if you notice in the bottom left part of the screen, there's a blue plus sign. That's my health bar. And it looks like I'm only about a third full. So I definitely need to get closer to these guys and pick up their health items. As you can see, they're kind of like those blue teardrops that when you run close to them, they actually fill your health bar back up. Also remember there's attributes that are laying on the ground all right there. You're going to want to run over those, collect those. So yeah, anywhere you fight enemies, they're going to drop items wherever they are finished at. You can also increase your health bar. I don't think I increased my health bar until after the mission. The one with the freezer. Can't think of the name right now. Fridge duty. Fridge duty is what I'm looking for. That completes that wave coming out of the energy coolant pumps. Now we have to head on over to the NSC energy converter. So wherever that is, there's a directions board over here. I believe it's this way. I'm just gonna take a wild guess that it's this way. These guys in suspense aren't incredibly important, and it looks like a whole horde of hiss are blocking the entranceway to the energy converters. Okay, so the enemy that's in the air is the Hiss Elevated. He has levitation and charge attacks, as well as telekinetic power attacks. So he developed these kind of sharpened shards of black shadow matter. He's very similar to Tamasi that you fought in the mailroom. And he's very dangerous, so be careful of him. Again, so these enemies are very insignificant just because they spawn back. I just get rid of them because I do not like listening to the chant that they are giving off. So I just get rid of them. Now we can head on over to the NSC energy converters.
That sound.
There's a small fight right here. It's kind of tricky because there's a gate here, so you can't really throw unless you're actually inside the room. So I kind of stepped through the gate to kind of just unleash some havoc on them early, and then I kind of run back to escape. A few of them have shields. It's nice to be able to shoot through the gate. But be careful throwing things through these doorways. If you happen to hit the doorway, it'll actually hurt you because you're standing so close. We will head on up in this direction.
It's fried up. You need to fix it. Plant has a shit fit.
I feel like I'm kind of taunting the Hiss by taking out those ones that they have levitated. Just kind of waiting for them to approach me, letting the fight come to me rather than going to them. I don't really know what to think at this point. So I'm kind of just taking my time, really looking around for things that I need to collect. trying not to get too caught up with the guys hanging in suspense there, as well as waiting for my service weapon to recharge. I wish it would recharge faster. Control needs to add a charging speed element that you can pick up and attach. A good defense new mission. Now you can activate missions whenever you want by going into your mission selection. I just chose to follow the story, I guess. So again, I'm aiming for those orange glowing spots on the enemies. And that will definitely help you in a fight. Looks like there's some more hiss enemies up on the actual converter. Need to be careful not to shoot the converter. Although I don't think that shooting the energy converter with the service weapon damages it, but something to be mindful of. Yeah, I just like clearing out these hiss because I don't like the chant. So this is more of a close quarters fight with the hiss that are occupying the energy converters. It's more of kind of like a close quarters style of fighting compared to the NSC coolant pumps where it was very wide and open. It just seems like there's a lot of enemies spawning up in these odd places on this one. This is a battery mission that are kind of laying around and you throw them into these outlets that are glowing. I'm kind of just retracing my steps. I know I passed a shelter back here that I couldn't get to while fighting. So whenever that happens, just make mental notes and come back to them like I am now. But there's almost always things to collect in these shelters. I'm still hearing some chanting that I don't like if you listen closely. So I'm looking around and I realize they're actually up higher than I think. They're almost invisible because of the light there. But that seems to be better. I don't hear it now. So yeah, there's these batteries that are glowing. The first outlet is actually down here. You're going to want to throw that in. Move on up to the next outlet. There's batteries here in the corner. You're going to want to plug that one up real quick. Take a quick run around this platform. I don't see anything. And we're going to head up on over to this door that opens. There's a small fight here for the third outlet. Pretty easy. Get rid of these guys. And the batteries are here. You're gonna throw that one into the third outlet.
Let's go lift the lockdown.
So now that the energy converters and the NSC coolant pumps are both basically reset, we are able to go lift the NSC lockdown, which is causing the building to kind of go into the safe mode and not open and move. We can actually lift the lockdown and regain control of different sectors of the building. This mission is actually really hard. If you could catch majority of them as they cross right there where I just shot, then you would save yourself a lot of heartache. Because this mission is pretty difficult, and if you get them all, if you allow them to get set behind all these little counters here, they're damn near impossible to finish, and you'll become extremely frustrated. So try to get them. See where all those little blue teardrop health items are, all right here. Try to get them as they're crossing. So like use your service weapon and throw feature. Try to prevent them from getting set.
a directorial override.
Oh, so this is that room that we passed by earlier.
This is what we came here to do.
We had walked above it, and she was asking how to get in.
That's it. The other sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
So it looks like we have control of the building, and now we are headed to go speak with Emily. I like that they've made a sector elevator very close to where we just completed that mission. And we have level 2 clearance now, so we can open up some of these doors that we've passed along the way. So it puts us back in the beginning, which is cool. And that looks like a exit way that is currently locked. So Emily's in the executive sector, and she is in the boardroom most of the time.
A lot of these questions could be answered by obtaining a live specimen.
Jesse, you made it! And you lifted the internal lockdown.
Listen, Emily. Screw it. Just tell her. I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's landfill. The slides created doorways to other places. Bad things happened. Came through. That's all she gets. The rest stays locked inside. But we found help. Through one of the doorways, we met something. A being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan. I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
What happened to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
I've never heard of it. But around here, assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the Ordinary AWE case files after you mentioned it. Trench and Darling were both involved. A large area of the containment sector was reserved for it. The case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's hope you two get along. She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you. I call her Polaris.
As in a guiding star. Did Polaris know about the hiss? If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, she's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible, Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes. But one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future bureau director. This was logged years ago.
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the Hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan. I need to go after her. How can I get to the research sector?
Use my keycard. The sector elevator will take you there.
Marshall is the next step. What Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past. I am so close to something. Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit. I helped you. You owe me now. And when time comes, I will come calling.